Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Shilpa Data Insights.
How you are approaching towards that problem, and what is the mechanism that you are using, what is the algorithm that you are using to solve that particular problem. Even though you don't get the exact output sometimes, okay, he has something like arrays. In that arrays, again, easy, medium and hard. And if you take strings, again, easy, medium and hard. So in this way, so what I actually used to do is, if I start with arrays, then I used to solve till medium level questions. I used to watch every video and used to understand. So obviously, whenever I used to get a call from some big companies, Amazon, Microsoft, Walmart, like this. Obviously, the first thing is I would like to scroll the YouTube, and I used to check like, okay, what was the thing, what they did for preparation and all. So I saw many saying like I solved 400 problems, 500 problems, but literally after my experience, I would like to say it is just a myth. Very important because the first thing is you have to go with joins and the window functions and the common table expressions. So these three topics, they will treat this as advanced SQL. In PySpark, the first and foremost thing what I would suggest is go with the optimizations. So that is very important in day-to-day life as well, because when you go with optimizations, the first thing you will understand is how well you can use the existing data. Go with the legacy systems. So already you have many systems that you'll be using in your mobile phone. Like there are many applications that are available. Try to design those systems only. Like you don't have proper resource, right? So what you have to do is, say for example, I take Amazon. So the first thing is it needs to be very simple. Don't create it like a fancy kind of thing. You'll give some link, you'll give some images and all those things. Don't initially negotiate your salary. So once after you get a call like, we are calling from this particular company, don't like there and there itself. I have seen many people like, I'm expecting 30 lakhs, I'm expecting 40 lakhs. So obviously they'll be not interested in your profile in that.
Hi Subashree, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for accepting the invite for this particular podcast. And I would first of all congratulate you for the amazing offer that you got. I am not going to disclose you. I want to hear it from you, which company you cracked and how exactly do you feel right now by cracking the one of the best MNC company that is a dream job for everyone.
Yeah, Shilpa. So thank you so much for inviting. For me, I would like to say I have cracked Microsoft. So it was a dream for me as well as like other engineers have it. So for every engineer, I think so this Fang and Mang is kind of a dream. Like we have to go, we have to get it, and we have to explore their work culture and all. So it was same for me. But when I cracked it, the feeling was the next level. I even can't express it because the thing was like. I was settled from everywhere. Like from tools, I was up to date. From technology side, I was up to date, and from the financial stability also, I made a good move over there as well. So cracking this offer is an amazing feeling overall, Shilpa.
That's amazing because I think every engineer or software engineer or anyone who is working in IT, one dream company is the Microsoft. And if you are cracking, like, your whole career is almost settled out and you get to learn also a lot. That's why the Microsoft is a big name. So that's great. Congratulations again for cracking it. So from you, we will get a lot of insights about how you crack it and what all things will be required. So let's get started with it. So first of all, I would just like to know, when you go to the Microsoft, once you have cleared the interview, let's say once you go to the Microsoft, what all things you require in formalities kind of a thing you require in order to enter the job?
Yeah, so as other companies like see, there will be a set of rules for each and every company. So even after getting the offer, there are lots of formalities that needs to be maintained. It starts with the document verification actually. So in this document verification, obviously you have to make sure that there is no problem with the employer, and you must have already resigned when you got this offer. And when I go with the verification, there will check that, like whether the resignation is accepted by your current employer or not. So all this goes behind. So from there you have to provide the relieving letter, and along with that, the other things like maybe pay slips, your form 16, your government ID proofs, and also some like 7 years address proof where you were before. So all these things will be as a part of documentation. But also apart from that, I would say when it comes like to Microsoft, you have to be like, see, here there are again too many formalities that is going to be maintained, because they should create your ID, and there should be a laptop assigned in your name. So for all these things it takes time. So I would like to say, like, once you get the offer, don't just run behind the HR. So there will be a set of formalities that will be maintained. And before joining, for example, if I have my joining at 12th, then by around 8th or 9th you will get a onboarding mail. So there you can just go and fill your formalities. By the time you reach office, all your ID card, all your machines will be ready. So these are the basic things that we need to do before, means before joining the company on the day of joining. Please submit all these things, and make sure like you are good to go.
I wanted to share this with the audience because whoever is preparing for Microsoft, they need to have an insight before the day of joining what all things needs to be required. And if they have that vision, their cracking the interviews also becomes stronger because they have a vision that I am going to the Microsoft. They are actually thinking about it.
Yeah.
So that's the major thing that I wanted to ask. Okay, now.
Yeah, you're perfect. Because when people had come out, like many of them reached out on LinkedIn saying like, I got the offer, but till now I did not get any mail of joining, any mail of onboarding. But you will get it. No need to hurry. So once your joining date is near, within 2 to 3 days, please, prior to that, you will be getting a mail.
Okay. And Microsoft HRs are very cooperative, I would say. So they drop you an email. They make sure you are in touch with the candidate so that they join it. Proper onboarding is there. So when you are preparing for the interviews, so what all things you kept in mind in order to prepare for Microsoft?
Yeah, the first thing is like when it comes here, the thing I would like to split it into 5 modules, because that was my preparation strategy when I was in the mode of preparation. So I would like to say the first thing is Python, second is SQL, and third is your PySpark, fourth is your any of the cloud knowledge, and fifth is data modeling. So these becomes very important. So Python and SQL may not be till hard extent. SQL, yeah, there are many things that can be asked, because as a data engineer, 70% of my work will go with SQL. So handling the data, so transforming the data, processing it. So all this depends on SQL. So SQL is much expected when it comes to this. But apart from that, when it comes to Python, yeah, at least till hard level you should be able, means not till hard level, at least till medium level you should be able to do it. At least when you'll be preparing, try hard questions so that at least you'll get a confidence to solve the medium ones. So in this way, if you prepare, then it will be good, because these 2 rounds will act as a filter round for many. Because out of 100, if I want to stand out, then this is where is a filter round for ourselves as well as for the employer. So not only Microsoft, but any of the product based company, these two acts as a filter. And then comes the data engineering knowledge, especially with PySpark and cloud. So they are not worried about like what is this, what is that, definition of that, examples of that, but actually they are literally checking on the applications behind that. So whenever you'll be delivering some concept, or whenever you'll be delivering some project, please make sure that you will define why you have used it and what was the use behind that, so that there not worried about the definition side, but it will actually tell you have literally worked on it and you do have a true experience. So that matters most. And the next comes a system design. This is required because many of them ignore this particular topic, but I would suggest please give a equal amount of focus to this as well, because as a data engineer, I should know how the system works. Better go and try designing your own systems, and make sure you will get aligned with the requirements before applying, because once after you apply and get rejected, it will take again 6 months time to get back. So it's better be prepared, result let it be, but from our side we should be 100%. So this is where it lies.
Okay, so you have divided it into multiple parts, because in data engineering you need to have coding, SQL, and then cloud and data modeling, system design, right? So let's talk about Python. Along with Python, you have prepared for DSA as well. So how long, if you are a beginner, let's say, how much time you need to devote in order to prepare the DSA?
Okay, so as a beginner, I would suggest see, you're a beginner or you have some experience with coding, does not matter. But when you're starting with preparation, take a good amount of 3 months of time. So dedicate yourself. You should be I will solve at least one code a day. So that should be your thing, and not just coding is not like deriving the results or deriving the output. It is what is the approach you are using behind that, because in the interview what happens is when they throw a question at you, it will be they are not just judging okay, I will give this input, this should be the output, whatever code they write, the output should be same. So it is not the case. They are thinking how you are approaching towards that problem, and what is the mechanism that you are using, what is the algorithm that you are using to solve that particular problem. Even though you don't get the exact output sometimes, okay, but the way you define it, that matters the most. Why you are not choosing this way, why you are choosing this way. So what is the optimization that you are getting with the one that you have already chosen. So if you go like this, then obviously there are more chances you will go with the proper steps to solve the problem, and also you will be having mm, kind of iteration, how you can tell the interviewer this is the way I have used, and how can I solve the problem using this way. So in this way the Python strategies should look like. So basically whatever language, I would not even stick to Python over here. So if you are good at Java, C# is okay, but when it comes to DSA, please make sure whatever data structures or algorithm you are following, independent of the language, you should be able to treat it as a problem solving method instead of just writing a code. So this is how it goes.
So let's say that's very good. Like you have to approach it in different way, the algorithms and whatever you are learning. So let's say if a person is trying to learn and they are like in the midway, there are so many students in the midway, they give up saying that it's not my cup of tea, I will not be able to do it, and it becomes difficult for them. So what advice would you give them, like, so that they are consistent and they are able to deliver the DSA problems?
Yeah, so as you exactly said, consistency is the only thing that we can do. But I agree. There are two kind of personalities. Like one will give up in the middle, and some will be they are even scared to start with. I'll say leave behind these things. So start with it at least. I agree. Initially, when you start, you may take lots of time, and even you feel like this is not my cup of tea. So they'll be you'll be facing lots of challenges. You'll not be able to get the intuition behind that problem. You'll not be able to decide the approach. Everything is absolutely fine. So when you start with it, so initially I would like to say, for adding two numbers, you might have taken some around 20-25 minutes. But if you take my example, like now I am here, like I have practiced almost for 6 to 7 months before joining this. Even though I knew like what were this, but the preparation is different and knowing the things is different. So when you really start with preparation, see, don't just have in mind like I have to solve this problem. As I said, understand the patterns behind that. So if you're solving a problem, if you're looking for imagine like you're going for a search. So if you are searching for one element, then what is the thing you're following? If you are searching for two elements, then what is the thing you're following? So if you do it in this way, then you will understand the pattern behind solving. So once you understand the pattern, then when it goes to the next level, obviously that intuition will come in your mind. Okay, this is the way I can handle this problem. So initially don't give up. So at least take 1.5 months of time, start with it, prepare. Then it will be like a kind of like you are taking 25 minutes now, you will be taking 15 minutes going forward. So this is how it goes. So don't decide at the earliest. So give your 100%, be consistent in doing these things. Even though if you don't get it, try it again and again. So I am 100% sure if you do this for 1.5 month, then I can say that you will come to a stage where you'll be like, okay, you are at least able to understand the approach behind that. Then again, if you go like 1 month next, then you will again become a pro. So this is how it is. So start with baby steps. Initially start with watching a video, getting understanding the approach, iterating through the code like this. So then after you stop watching the video, try it on your own. If you don't get it, then watch it. So like this, take baby steps and move forward. So this is what I suggest.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was very good advice. I would say like it's really nice. And one more point that you highlighted in a small sentence, that keep a track of if you are taking 25 minutes today, after 15
Yeah.
minutes, it should be 15 minutes, and then you reduce it, because in an interview you get a very limited amount of time to solve that question. So it's
Yeah.
better you solve it as quickly as possible, but just don't jump into the solution. Like you have to check with the interviewers what question is there, what test cases needs to be run and all. But yeah, keep a track of how much improvement you have done. It will really help, and it will actually give motivation to yourself as well, that yes, I'm able to do it now in 15 minutes, and it will keep you on, right? So inner motivation is actually also required, and consistency, which is really important, what you mentioned.
Exactly.
So from
Exactly.
where exactly do you practice the DSA questions?
Yeah, so there are many resources I can say, but the first and the foremost is like my favorite is Striver's A to Z cheat sheet. So why? Because it is not like picking up the random problem. It is like they have defined it in a structured way. They have means like he has something like arrays. In that arrays again easy, medium, and hard. And if you take strings again easy, medium, and hard. So in this way, so what I actually used to do is if I start with arrays, then I used to solve till medium level questions. I used to watch every video and used to understand, and I used to make, and also one more thing is make use of pen and paper. So this is where you are going to be a pro, because once you start iterating and once you start writing, you will actually understand what is happening behind the logic. So that is how you have to practice. And this Striver's A to Z sheet is one of the master thing. Like it has a lot many problems with different patterns. So that is what we are looking for. And apart from this, I would also suggest you LeetCode. But how it should be is like if you are practicing some array problems like easy, medium in this particular Striver's A to Z sheet, then go and pick up a random problem in LeetCode. So there you'll not be having any video. So try to solve it on your own. So now you will be able to match. Okay, I have studied this much. Even though if you are not able to get the solution, at least you are able to decide the approach over there. So I would suggest these two basically for a DSA.
Yeah, because students get lost in LeetCode a lot, because there's thousands of questions in a particular module itself, let's say array. So I think Striver is a shorter form, which is good, and it has a different type of questions. Then it's a better
Correct.
approach to go through that first and then go back to LeetCode. And one more thing that you shared was to write it in pen and paper. I would suggest to do that also, because if you remember in our school days, we used to study, let's say, science, and we used to put some notes in our copy. And then when we are writing an exam, it's all in our mind. So I think that's very, very important. Thank you so much for pointing that also. I would say. So in DSA, like if you talk about Striver, there are limited questions. So there is any limited number of questions that you should solve in order to gain that insight and approach? You have any numbers or anything can be there?
See, this is a myth. Okay, I would like to point it out because many will say like, even I saw many YouTube shorts and all. So obviously, whenever I used to get a call from some big companies, Amazon, Microsoft, Walmart, like this. Obviously, the first thing is I would like to scroll the YouTube and I used to check like, okay, what was the thing, what they did for preparation and all. So I saw many saying like I solved 400 problems, 500 problems, but literally after my experience I would like to say it is just a myth. So even though if you solve 100 problems, you should be good at understanding the approach behind that. So that is what I suggest, like whenever you'll be solving the problem, the goal should not be getting the result. The goal should be understanding the problem, intuition behind that, and the pattern behind that. So even though if I solve only 10 problems in arrays, I should understand like if I give something like in the next thing, if I want to search an element, then it should come in my mind. Okay, if what happens if I use divide and conquer? What happens if I use binary search? So in this way, if you are practicing, so this all comes by practice. So that is what I am saying. Like you just solving 100 questions randomly and 200 questions randomly, no use. So try to stick to a particular topic. Try applying different algorithms on particular data structure. For example, algorithms are like searching, sorting, binary search, two pointers, divide and conquer, like this. But data structure is like arrays, strings, linked lists. So what you have to do is all these algorithms should be put on one data structure. Like in arrays, you should learn how to sort, how to use two pointers, how to make use of divide and conquer. But again, when it goes to strings, again same things repeat. Again, these algorithms should be applied on strings as well. So now you should be able to differentiate clearly what is happening, what is not happening. So in this way, you will be able to come to an intuition and understand the problem. So don't go behind the numbers, understand the problem, break it down, and then go and solve the simple breakdowns. Like if you are breaking down the problem into three, then the first breakdown you should be able to solve, and the second breakdown you should be able to solve. Then you should understand why you have done that. So that is where your problem solving mindset goes on, and the same thing happens in interview as well. So whenever the problem is thrown at you, don't just like write the code. Nobody is like it is not like I can't write the code, you can't write the code, because in real world it is just for interview purpose, I could say. But in real world, whenever some problem is thrown at you, you are never going to write. Obviously, including me, I'll search AI and I'll get it, and I will just make the adjustments over there and I will get it working. So but to make these adjustments, you should be knowing the behind the truth of that problem. So that is where they are pointing out in the interview. This is the problem solving. So try to understand that and then go behind the preparation.
That's correct. Actually, it's like people are very afraid of DSA. What like students come to me as well. So in DSA, it's not that DSA is just like a buzzword. It's not that. DSA is actually a problem solving skill. How you are
Right.
approaching a problem and solving that problem. Because in everyday, all problems you are getting and you are just solving it. So that's how in industry also works, right? So that's very good that yes, you have to think about the approach and then solve it. Thank you so much for pointing that as well. So if I come about the next topic that we have, that is SQL. So what important topics that you need to prepare in order to crack interview?
Yeah, so this is very, very important because the first thing is you have to go with joins. and the window functions and the common table expressions. So these three topics, they will treat this as advanced SQL basically. I would suggest go with the LeetCode 50 for SQL preparation, and there also it is the same thing. Like they have segregated the problem into different topics, like only joins, only aggregations, only subqueries, like this. So there also, as I said, it is important to understand the approach. So why you are doing this? So suppose if you are getting some going through some common tables, so you should be able to understand why common table is required, because there is one simple understanding over there. Because whatever rows you want or whatever columns you want, that is not directly present. You have to derive those columns from the existing data. Only on that particular basis we go with common table expressions. So if you are clear like this, okay, why we use common tables? I know, like that data is not, means data is present, but out of that I have to derive some more columns which is not present. So to derive those columns from existing data, I'll create a separate table and then I'll join. So if this is your understanding on common table, then obviously the person who is looking at this video, I can 100% say okay, this is where the common table expression comes, and this is where it stands out. So in this way you should understand the others as well, why you need join, why you need window functions. So if you do it in this way, it is very easy. It is comparatively easy than DSA, I would like to say. And in SQL, even though like there is nothing like it is a case sensitive, it is like you have to worry too much about the syntax, and it is like what I could say, like it is not very particular like DSA. You are missing comma, you are missing semicolon. So all those are easily approachable. Like you can immediately grab the errors and you can do the changes. There is nothing like there is a logic change or something. If you know the logic, then hardly it is a matter of syntax. So I would like to say it is much easier than DSA, but understanding the gist behind one particular topic matters the most. But please be very sure, like as I said, 70% of our work is in SQL. So most of the companies will judge you based on this. So this is also one of the filtering round, I would say. And also not only filtering round, as my experience in all of the rounds, whatever you go, even though in Microsoft I went through all some 5 rounds of interview apart from your manager, I'm saying. So 5 rounds of technical interview. In every 5 round, like in every round, I was asked a small amount of DSA, so a small amount of SQL to write. Also, whenever the round is dedicated to SQL, okay, it is fine, you will go and perform. But in other rounds also, they are expecting a little, like how they derive it is, even though if you are in PySpark, they'll say, can you convert this SQL query to PySpark? So in this way it will come. So please be very sure, like you will do this preparation at most. Give your 100% for SQL.
Yeah, because SQL every day you will be using. So in every round, they will definitely ask you. Without SQL, data engineers cannot even work, I would say, right? So that is actually required. So if I talk about SQL, how much time would you suggest any beginner to learn till the advanced level?
Okay, so SQL won't require much time, that I would say, but revision is very important with respect to SQL, because when it comes, if you compare DSA and SQL, right? So at least for DSA, you should be able to fine, I understand the logic and something, and that will be there in your mind. But for SQL, it is not like that. For SQL, you need a complete revision. So you can learn SQL in 1 month. That is not the biggest problem. But to make a consistent effort for solving the SQL queries, revision is very important. So even though if you solve only 50 problems, make sure you'll revise the concepts again and again. So that is how the SQL preparation goes off. It doesn't need much time, but revision is compulsory.
Right. Okay, that's great. About PySpark, if I talk about in that, what all major topics you need to 100% prepare in order to crack the interviews?
Yeah, so in PySpark, the first and foremost thing what I would suggest is go with the optimizations. So that is very, very important in day-to-day life as well, because when you go with optimizations, the first thing you will understand is how well you can use the existing data, and how well you can maintain the time, how well you can maintain the reliability, so how can you reduce the latency over there. So all these things comes only when you know the optimizations. And people are not just interested for you to create a data frame, get something out of it. So that is not the thing. So obviously what they'll do is they'll put you into a situation, they'll not ask you direct questions. So instead they'll say like, I want to use this data set very frequently, but every time hitting the source is costing me a lot. So how would you make sure that you will solve this particular problem? So if the question is like this, then I don't say like this is the exact question, but I'm just trying to means make you understand like how what you are expected to answer in the data engineering interview. So whenever this is a question, they will not directly tell you like what is the optimization they are using, you are using. So because there are hundreds of ways to solve this particular problem. So if you ask me, I would suggest cache. So okay, if you are using the data set every now and then why you will hit the source again and again? So make sure you will cache only that particular data set, and from the cache and memory only you will use. So in this way you can reduce the time. So the time taken to hit the source is always better than the taking the data set from the cache and memory. But again, there is a problem. Like what you see, what if you store a lot in cache? Then there is no use of it. Then why to maintain cache? So this things comes up. So this all you will understand when you understand the applications of the concept. When you are doing such optimizations, or whenever you are understanding optimization, it is not only important to understand the definition of it or some example or what it does. Basically you should be knowing this whenever you are put into a problem. So you should be able to think it from different angles. So what happens, what are the solutions that you can give? So what is the best approach out of it? And if you give that solution, you should be also knowing the pros and cons of that solution. As I said, like cache is one thing, but what if like I load everything in cache? That also I should be knowing, right? So in this way, if it goes, if the preparation itself is in this way, then it is very, very easy to handle the PySpark questions.
Yeah. It's not only about interview. I think these we come across on daily basis if we are working on a project. Like optimization, we have to do the pipelines, we have to check what all optimization techniques we have to use in order to reduce the time frame, the latency as well, right? So that is actually important, and that's why I think these questions are put up in the interviews to test the knowledge, whether you have that knowledge, so that once you come to the job, whether you will be able to approach those things and give a solution to the business. So that is also one thing. So in the PySpark that we are good. So if you talk about the cloud, from where do you suggest people to learn the cloud technology?
Okay, so cloud, I would suggest like don't go with multi-cloud for an interview. Multi-cloud knowledge is okay, but you have to be proficient in one cloud. So if I say if you are going with Azure, then make sure you have experience with Azure and you have knowledge on AWS, kind of thing. Okay, so that is one thing when it comes to cloud. And to learn this cloud, I think so there are many things available on internet, so you can just go and search. But also I would like to suggest one course, that is Sumit sir's course from Trendy Tech. So if you are a beginner to data engineering, I would like to say, if you already have experience, then you can explore your Azure portal and do whatever you want. But if you are a beginner, if you are starting your journey as a data engineer, then I would like to say go with this course. This is a Trendy Tech course. It is a course name is Ultimate Big Data Masters Program. This is handled by Sumit Mittal. He is one such gem. Like he has explained each and everything in a very clear manner, and along with the real time projects. So But not only course is enough, you have to do practicals on your own as well. But if you ask me the source, then I can say this is one of the course you can go. And also I would like to say there are many events handled by Microsoft and Google. As I see, there are many events handled by them. They are suggesting people with Azure Bootcamp, how you start with your testing your agents in Azure Playground. So all these things. So they have recently started this learning series, and also there are many certifications like DP200, DP900, all those things. So in that also, in the curriculum, if you see, there are many videos those are present. So those will tell you exactly like on what we are exactly working. So even I followed the same approach. So I apart from the course also, I made sure that I will go with the Microsoft official documentation. Okay, so when you go with these things, there are many things you will get to know actually, and the documentation is very very simple. It is not like in a hard English, or it is not like you can't understand and all. Everything is provided with uh, clear screenshots. And what you can do, you can try this with your own Azure subscriptions as well. So I would like to suggest that, like, go with your own subscription, try out different things, just explore them. So that would be, and it will not cost you more. It, even though if you use it on a daily basis, it will not cost 500 and more. So it is okay to spend and make use of this.
That's good. Actually, I love the Microsoft documentation a lot. When I started as well in the Azure to learn Azure, it was great a starting point. So their documentation is really great, I would say, with the screenshots, with each step, and their resources are also good, like the videos that they have, the bootcamp. Now they have started the Microsoft Refactor as well, so that is related to AI and everything, which is also good. So it was
Exactly.
really, really nice. So what do you think about AI? Do you need to learn AI in or when like any questions has been asked in the interviews related to AI?
To be very sure, like questions will not ask me on AI. Okay, so AI is what we are adopting now. So people don't expect you to know the AI, but the thing is, you should understand like why AIs are built. So in that way, even though if you have a small knowledge, like why we use AI, what is the means, what is the purpose behind creating the agents, and how this is being done. So all these things, like even though if you have a small knowledge is also enough. They won't ask you the deeper understanding of each and everything. Because when I came to Microsoft, I didn't even create a single agent before. But now I'm working on creating the agents. Now I myself working on creating two agents simultaneously. So this is how, like, further you will come here, or wherever you go, you will go there and your seniors will be there. They will tell you the best practices they have applied before. Then you can do a basic research on that, then you can come up with the solution. So that is all the next part of it. But as an interview perspective, uh, knowledge is enough. There is no need of like you have to be a pro in this.
Okay, that's great because AI is a buzzword now, so everyone is trying to learn AI. But if you are going into a data engineering field, you really don't require it right now. Maybe once you get into the job, definitely, as you said, you are developing the agentic AI and everything.
Yeah.
So that is required, and that is a next stepping stone. What next you learn, because learning is not going to stop, right? Once you get into the job, so that is also one thing. So once you have prepared, like you have given a lot of good insights how you can prepare for data engineering role, and we have breakdown into a very good modules, 5 modules. So the next, only the last topic of this module was system design. So how do you suggest to prepare system design? Because there's not resources. I would not see it much in the internet. So for data engineers, what things you need to learn in system design?
Yeah, so I would, as you said, even I did not get proper research while preparing. But the only thing that you can do with, go with the legacy systems. So already you have many systems that you'll be using in your mobile phone. Like there are many applications that are available. Try to design those systems only. Like you don't have proper resource, right? So what you have to do is, say for example, I'll take Amazon. Okay, so what I'll do in Amazon, basically I will order, I'll return, I'll cancel, like this. So treat these as requirements. Okay, so treat these as requirements and take help of anything, Copilot or ChatGPT or something. So give these requirements and ask them to design a system for you. Okay, so obviously it will give you everything, like which schema it is using, star schema, snowflake schema, so which is being used, and why this particular schema only, what is the reason behind choosing the schema, and also it will give you facts and dimensions, and also for each requirement it will give you a query as well. So if you want to order something, then what happens at the back end? So it is not just like if you order, the order is present, means the entry is present only in order table, but if just go one step behind and think from the logic, so it is not like only entries present in order table, but it is also like entries present in product table, because there should be a product, means if you take the quantity, if 10 products are available, once if you order it should become 9, only 9 are in stock now, because one is already sold out. So if you think from this, and also who has ordered this, so for this customer table will get affected. So but if you see it from the upfront, it is like, okay, there is a one entry in order table, it is not like that. So that is where system design lies down. So when you try to design system on your own, then only you will understand all these things. Otherwise, just by theoretical concepts, just by looking at the structure, you will not be able to understand, and even you can't modify as well. So for example, if someone comes and say someone is ordering something, at the same time the load comes in, means the customer means the vendor has come, and he has put some loads as well. So in that case, obviously there should be one less. So like if there are 10 products and another 10 products came in, it should not be 20, it should be 19, because it's already one less. So you should consider that as well as a part. So if you go like this, then only you will be able to understand how you alter the table. So to handle this particular logic, what exactly needs to be done at the query side. So if you do like this, then obviously, like I just gave you an example of Amazon. You can take some other, like you can take some different genre, I can say. From, you can take from travel, Ola, Rapido, something, and from entertainment you can go with Netflix, YouTube, whatever it is. So take systems like this and try to design based on how you use it. So in this way, you will understand the system design better.
Yeah, that's actually nice, because system design is tougher part for data engineers as well. It's not only for software engineers. You have to design the system as well, the architecture, and make sure it is compliant, it is resilient, it's everything, right? So that is very important. So this is a good approach to start with. So we have talked about a lot and how to prepare. So let's come about the CV. Like when you create the CV to get shortlisted to these big MNCs or Microsoft or FANG, what are things you need to keep in mind in order to create that CV?
Yeah, so the first thing is it needs to be very simple. Don't create it like a fancy kind of thing. You'll give some link, you'll give some images and all those things. Because even me being a person who is reviewing your CV, I don't have time to go click on everything and check your profile. And also in most of the companies, AIs are doing this. It is not like a human is going, because if you treat a company like Microsoft, we get thousands of these CVs a day. So nobody is having time to go and check your CV personally. So it is all the AI that is doing behind. Like it is given to some AI, means it will be given to some system, and based on some criteria, your CV will get shortlisted and all. So I would like to say maintain some ATS score. ATS score is important. As I said, like humans are not involved in reviewing. Maybe if they would have put up 75% as a cutoff, then your CV should cross that. So 75 is a standard. So I would like to say make it minimum of 75. ATS score should be minimum of 75. And the next thing is like keep it very simple, very readable, and don't mix up your roles and responsibilities with the skill set. Please maintain a different section for your skill set, and the roles and responsibilities, how you make use of your skills to perform the work. It is not like many people I have seen in responsibilities they'll put I have made use of Databricks notebook. I am not interested in that. How you made use of Databricks notebook is what I interested in your roles and responsibilities. So Databricks is a skill, how you made use of it is a role. So please make sure like you will differentiate it, and also don't be like 3 pager 4 pager series and all. It is not at all necessary. uh, One pager is more than enough, I would say. But if you are highly more experienced, like around 10,000 means 10 years experience and all, you can extend it to 2 pages. So that is what I would like to suggest. And also the CV is a key role when you ask for referrals as well. So please make sure like if you are applying for any particular role, at least 80% of job description should match with your CV. So that is where you have to take care. So I would like to say, collect some 10 job descriptions, go with different companies, data engineer like Google data engineer, Microsoft data engineer, Amazon data engineer. Take their job descriptions, take the keywords or the roles and responsibilities they have mentioned, and try to align those with your roles and responsibilities. So in this way there is no need to change again and again as well. And also your CV will be matching most of the profiles. So this is what I can say.
Yeah, you have covered like all the points. There are multiple points that you have covered, and it's very important points, I would say. Like you have to make sure it is 80% matching your job description. So how you match it, what all keywords, and then it is also important people make it 3 pages. It's really not required, as you mentioned it. Because as a, let's say if I am a manager and I'm trying to check through the resume, there are 100 resume if I'm trying to check. So I don't get time like 1 minute even to check 100 resume. It will be 100 minutes. So I have to give at least 3 seconds or maybe 5 seconds just to skim through that it's matching with my job
Right.
description, and I just select that, right? So that's where very important. One page is good enough, but if in case 2 pages is good, but highlight, and I would say like we could highlight the things like in bold, whatever you think that it's needs an attention
Yeah.
to the HR or the manager, hiring manager, right? So
Yeah.
that is also very important. So coming to that, how did you apply for Microsoft? Like, is it through networking? Is it through any portal?
Yeah, both are like equally important. See, I got it via referral, but how I found this person is through my network. So that is where it matters. So I would suggest like if you are in the phase of applying to different job interviews, please sure you build a proper network. It is not like building a proper network means just going and sending a connection request. That should not be the case. You go with, see, suppose if you are looking for some company, then go and see the person who is a data engineer in that particular company. So if you connect with those people, then obviously it is a two-way plus for you. One is like you can ask for referral, and another one is you can get the insights about the interview process, like how the interview process will be held. So I would like to say like okay, Microsoft is a company, you will just send the connection request to Subashree. No, it is not the way, because sometimes even I might be busy and I might not reply to you. So this happens in everybody's life. So I would like to say, send it to at least 10 people. Out of 10, if you get some 2 also, it is a very good thing for you. So in that way, everything goes off. So how I got is like via referral only, but there was a post on LinkedIn saying like there is a direct hiring for the team. So I connected with that person and I made sure like I'll send a proper message saying like these are my skill sets and this is the role which I want to apply, and I shared my CV along with that. So that is a way you can just communicate in a very polite way, in a professional way, and then you can get the referrals. So that is what I can say.
Okay, that's good, because that's also very important how you apply, because it becomes difficult to even shortlist your resume if you are not applying it. So you need to apply it frequently to any company that you are dreaming of. So if you talk about once you are into, you have your selection, you are selected, and I know that salary range is good of Microsoft, like in big MNCs. But if in case you come across any salary negotiation that you have to do with any company, then what things that you need to keep in mind while doing that salary negotiation with the company?
Yeah. Correct. So don't initially negotiate your salary. So once after you get a call like we are calling from this particular company, don't like there and then and there itself. I have seen many people like I'm expecting 30 lakhs, I'm expecting 40 lakhs. So obviously they'll be not interested in your profile in that case, because how you expect, even HRs are also having some standards. They are also having some budgets. They are also having some brackets where they have to fit in. So when they say like what is the salary that you are expecting, please be very polite to them, saying like, see, we'll go with the interview process. I'm just expecting the best in the industry, and we'll go with the interview process. So once after everything is good, and if I feel that you are I'm a strong candidate, and even though based on the feedbacks also you will be getting like how good a candidate is, very strong, like potentially I agree, or I agree kind of feedbacks even you get from the recruiters as well, means who has taken from the your interview panel as well. So in that case, don't be very hard. I would like to say, first get your interview scheduled, then after we go with salary negotiation. Before that, don't negotiate your salary. So this is the first part of salary negotiation, and the second part is once you get the offer. So once you cracked all the rounds, and they are ready to release the offer, it should be plus plus for both of us. Even they would have put some time, they would have invested some time on you. Also, if you say no, then again they have to repeat the whole process again. So that is costing them as well. So obviously what they'll be trying to do, with some plus and minus, they are going to make you agree. And also here also same thing from your perspective also, you should be like not asking too much. Because if you goes on the interview, just I would like to say, go with the percentages first. See, if I'm earning so much, then obviously they'll ask your current CTC. Then you say like, I'm expecting at least 40% or 50% of this. Okay, or else you first ask them like, what is that you are going to provide me? So if you are happy with that, then don't just say anything else. But if you are not happy, then say like, you can give the reasons, like you can say the tax benefits, and you can say like what is the if you are giving me so much, in which tax range you will fall, what is the difference that you'll be getting from your current CTC and your uh, going to be like whatever it is, like whatever CTC they are offering you. So if that is the bracket, what is the different, what is the in hand hike that you are getting? So if you talk in this generalized way, there are many chances like even HRs will agree. So it should be a plus and plus for both of us. So don't be hard, be go in a polite way. So that is what I suggest.
Yeah, that's actually good, because you have to understand both the perspective from candidate as well as HR perspective, and then start negotiating it. Not like that, this much you want and they are not giving, then you cannot join. It's not like that. So they also want to hire you, right? So give that perspective as well. So that's what is very good point as well. You have to understand. So we have covered like all the points related to salary as well. And if you talk about any benefits that Microsoft specifically provides apart from the salary CTC that you get.
Yeah, one thing I would like to give is the stocks. So yeah, they are going, means apart from your CTC, you are going to get good amount of stocks. So that is one benefit. And also there are other things. See, yeah, they are giving you some perks. So every year, apart from your salary, apart from your stocks, you can buy something for your fitness. Or your mental well-being, whatever it is. So that is also there, like they'll give you some perks, and some insurance is common, like they'll give you personal and they'll give you family insurance, and they'll also allow you to choose the top up. So that is one thing that is available. And all the leaves, basically this maternal leave, paternity leave, whatever it is, so you are going to avail them as well. And apart from that, they have some coupons for daily your lunch, dinner, all those things. So for food also they are giving you means they are giving you some amount on daily basis. So that also you can avail from Microsoft. And also transport facilities, like they have good wide range of network. So there are many buses that will connect to your locality, that is there. And also for women, especially like if you are traveling at the late night, they will arrange you a cab. So those are all things from transports as well. And also there are many things on the learning side, so this is also one of the major benefit I would like to say. So right now in next week we are starting with the hackathon. So in this way they will give you a complete flexibility on the work. So they'll say like if you are working on hackathon, okay, complete, you are give you 100% to hackathon. So next you come up and to continue your work that is on your daily basis. So there is 100% equal opportunity to learn as we work. So though both are truly inspiring. And also there are many boot camps are, and many internal learnings are also available. So each person will share the knowledge if they learn something new. So in this way also there are many things. So these are the benefits I could say.
That's what, like, it's very inspiring, because if you know the benefits, employee benefit, and what all will you be learning in the industry once you get in a job, that will really inspire everyone to learn properly,
Yeah.
get the skill set, and join good companies. So I think, thank you so much for everything that you shared. Like, it was really, really great insights that you have shared with it, and I would like to congratulate you again for joining it. We will catch up again as well for a different podcast. But before we leave, I would like to share very good point that Subashree also runs a YouTube channel which is specific to data engineering, and I would really love if you guys go and watch her channel as well. Thank you so much. Thank you for inspiring all our data engineers there and who are trying to transition it. This podcast is really going to help everyone.
Yeah.
For some, learning was there for me as well, because I'm not in Microsoft. So this was really great to know from you what all things are there in Microsoft and how exactly the interview process goes on and everything. And we will definitely catch up in the next podcast with whatever new technology or whatever is coming or whatever you want to share with the audience. That will be really great. And thank you so much again for coming into the podcast. And I wish you have a good day, and I wish you have a good day to all my audience.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you have a good day.